We are here right under the banner for the final scheduled Delta DC9 flight, and I'm here with today's captain. And what's your name?
Hi, I'm Captain Scott Wolfrey.
And you'll be taking us down to Atlanta today?
Yeah, sure will.
Great. How long have you been flying the DC9?
First checked out in 1997.
So were you with Northwest before Delta?
I was, yes.
Okay. And how does today make you feel as the last day of the DC9?
Very nostalgic. It's like saying goodbye to an old friend, but kind of excited to move on to another aircraft since I've been on the DC9 for quite a while. It'll be kind of fun to get in a different type of mission versus a short mission to a much longer international mission.
Right. What are you moving on to after the DC9?
The 757-76ER.
Okay, so you're taking a big bump up.
Yeah, sure.
And what was your favorite part about the DC9 through its tenure?
The favorite part is the flying. Really, it is. It's a pilot's airplane where it's not a lot of automation, that we're intimately involved in the flying. We're intimately involved in managing the aircraft's energy. And so that part, and also going into the smaller stations where you have a very familiar group of people you're always working with, and so it's almost like a family.
Right, so with the DC9 you really felt like you were actually flying the aircraft, that you were a part of it almost.
Yes.
And how do you feel about the newer generation of planes, like the Airbus 320 with the side stick and all the computers?
I think they're great. They're a great office space. They're a great way to be very reliable, because we can go down into Cat 3 weather capabilities versus the DC9 that we're limited to Cat 2 capabilities. Much more efficient aircraft, much more amenities for the passengers. So I look forward to moving on.
Right. If you had to say one thing to the initial designers of the DC9 way back in the 50s, what would it be?
Thanks for making the aircraft so robust. It's such a safe aircraft, and they did a terrific job.
Okay, so we're here for the final DC9 flight, and your name is?
Steven.
How many years have you been working with Delta?
Today marks my 22nd anniversary with Delta Airlines and Northwest.
So you were a Northwest employee before the merger. So how many years do you think you've been flying on the DC9?
Since I first started,
What year was that?
1992.
So how many flights do you think you've taken on the DC9?
Too many to count.
What does this aircraft mean to you since we're retiring it today?
It means solid reliability, getting customers from point A to point B safely, reliably, and on time. Serving a lot of our smaller markets, it may not warrant a bigger airplane.
So overall, you have a pretty good feeling about the DC9. Are you sad to see it go?
Actually, yes. I mean, considering the heritage and it's such a solid airplane, such a solid workhorse.
Right. What do you feel about its replacements, like the 717 and larger regional jets?
It may not be quite the same, but at least the Douglas heritage will still live on with the 717, which was originally developed by McDonnell Douglas.
What's your
The 88 MD-90s.
What's your favorite aircraft to be a part of the flight crew on?
I don't know.
You don't know?
They're all, I like them all. I like them all.
Do you also do wide-body aircraft?
Yes.
What's your favorite destination?
Hard to say, probably London. I mean, wide body wise or narrow body?
Anywhere in the world.
Lovely. Nashville, North Carolina was on the smaller airplanes. London.
Okay.
Washington, D.C.
If you had one sentence to say to the designers of the DC9, what would it be today?
Thank you for over-engineering this airplane and for creating a plane that will last and last and last.
We're here at the final scheduled flight of the Delta DC9, and I'm here with...
Reginald Lee.
And you do what here at Minneapolis?
I'm the lead for a technician crew. You go out and work on airplanes if they have issues.
So you've been working on the DC9 for how many years, you think, now?
Well, been here since '83, so I'm talking like going on 31 years. The DC9 probably I bet 20 of those years.
What's your opinion on the DC9 on its last scheduled day of service?
It's been a workhorse for all these years. It's been a very economical airplane to fly until the new airplanes came up, but it served its purpose for delivering a lot of people to destinations at an economical rate to the passengers and for the company.
Right. And was the DC9 a reliable aircraft through its tenure at Northwest and Delta?
Yeah, it was it's an airplane that was probably most likely designed in the 50s, built in the 60s. So it's not sophisticated like the ones they have now, which make things simpler to work. Sometimes maybe not as easy to troubleshoot, but it's a simple airplane to work on. And as long as you keep the maintenance up, pretty reliable.
Right. What would you say in the Delta fleet is your favorite aircraft?
I guess I have to go with the Airbus.
The Airbus, the 320s.
Right. That's because it's the new technology. It's like plug and play. Use the computers. It's just easier to work on.
Where does the DC9 stand in your heart? Will it always have a place in your heart, or are you happy to see it go?
Yeah, when I first started here, it's one of the first planes you started learning on, so it's always be like your first girlfriend. You always remember. You're not been at your best, but you always remember.
All right.